Episode 6. Musicians and Carriages, talking the blues. It's a fall Sunday. Watch out. Man, where'd you come from? Oh, we got a lot of action on Station Street, as you see. Another beautiful Sunday. And we got some folks coming. Oh! There it goes. We're here with Chattanooga Trams, and we got Bo today. We got the one and only. It's a good boy right there. Good boy. We're going to take a carriage ride down here. We got a special guest tonight. He's been a friend of mine that I've known for a while since we moved to Chattanooga. What are you looking at? What are you looking at? Wyatt. This is Wyatt and Seth, our driver tonight. Go ahead, man. Tonight is another night, another Sunday night. Let's take us out. Carriage ride on the slowest side. Let's take us a carriage ride. It's just on Sunday night. We've got songs to share. We've got love in the air. We know how we gon' get. We just gotta do it to get there. Taking a carriage ride with you right there by my side. Let's take us a carriage ride. What's up? Come on tonight. Where's my man? Oh, right on, tight on. We're on Station Street. What's up, Dan? What's up, Ian? Wait, hold on. We need to get a bluesman on there. What's up? What up, Howie? Get up. Hey, now. Hold on now. That's on me. We got a special guest tonight. We got two of them. Come on down. Come on down with them. Well, the one and only Robin Baker. Just getting on the carriage.
Hi.
Rick, how you doing? Doing well. How you doing, man? Good seeing you. Great. Well, it's a
Like your new ride.
Well, you know, come after COVID, you know what I'm saying? I couldn't pay my car payment, had to get a carriage.
Well, I'll tell you what, it works. Gets you around.
It does. A little bit on the scenic slowy side.
Well, you know, who needs to be in a hurry these days?
We need some rush. We're driving by these songbirds on Station Street. I think this is where I might have met you, but
Yeah, I think so.
I think
When we first got together and hung out.
we first got together here a month
3 years ago, maybe?
3 years ago, and he came on stage and he said, "Man, I'm just play the blues, man." He had these sunglasses on, his cool hat. Next thing I know, it's 45 minutes later. crowd was going wild.
It was a good time.
Man, and I appreciate you coming out and supporting local music. Robin also has a band he plays with, Robin Baker, the Playing Possum Blues Band.
Playing possum. We've been 4 years. We've been in and out and around town. Been on 4 years.
Yeah. And now your Facebook says you're self-employed.
Yeah, well,
Are you a musician all the time?
a full-time musician now.
Nice.
Singer-songwriter. Right now, I recently went into the studio working on a solo album with Brent Nolan up at the Sound Tree, up in Saudi Daisy.
Brett Nolan is Malele Roots. Good job,
What an awesome
Brett, last
guy,
night.
awesome
2 nights
engineer.
ago. Yeah.
You know,
Awesome dude. Awesome guy, you're right.
yeah.
Right.
If you're considering doing any recording, give him a consideration. The guy's he's a magician
Yeah.
at the control panel
He
for
is.
sure. So working on that, got some solo stuff. We got Chattanooga coming up this week. That's also a singer-songwriter contest that's going on in Chattanooga. That's Mark Anderson is heading that up.
Yeah.
They're going to showcase everybody that signed up for that Thursday at the Bodie Hotel, and
The Bode.
everybody that's signed up for it will have some time to showcase their original material. So got that going on, and then see what else is going on. Oh, November the 4th, be over at Gate 11.
Okay.
In your absence,
Gate 11.
picking up the slack.
Thank you. Thank you
Gate
so
11.
much. See, I have so much trust in this man's blues
Bill Lee
that he will be at Gate 11 on Thursday, November 4th.
heading that up.
Yes, sir.
A lot of stuff going on.
A lot of stuff going on, man. We're glad to have you. I mean, I want the camera person to get that sunset right
Oh wow, look at that. Is that not beautiful? The fall sunset.
on sunset.
Yeah, we're lucky. It's not too cold yet. It's not raining.
Not too cold. We can get on a nice little blues run if you feel it. What do you think?
Let me ask you something.
Yes, sir.
What got you hooked on the blues? A little personal experience.
Man, do you
Why
know,
the blues?
this
Why
is-
not something else?
This is great, Robin. You know, Robin has done what no man has ever done before. He's flipped the script on me. He asked me why I got in the blues when I was gonna ask him how he got in the blues. So since you're the guest, I think I should ask you, sir, and then I'll answer you. How about that?
Okay. Well, my first performance was in the 4th grade at Red Bank Elementary School. I did You Ain't Nothing But a Hound Dog. Now I heard that on my mother's Stella guitar in the 4th grade. So, but you know where you heard that from? You heard it from Elvis, right? And little did I know at that time I was doing a song by Big Mama Thornton,
Man.
and not till later on. So it was like this music and the history of this music has always been there, in my bloodstream.
Right. And that's effectiveness, right? Man.
So that's how it got started. But probably as much as the music itself, I love the history and how different things kind of, it's like Back to the Future movies, and you see that in that sequence, one little thing will happen and it'll change the whole course of history.
Right.
And there's certain things that's happened with certain tunes that has evolved into change in history. Give you an idea.
Let's
Catfish
hear
Blues.
it. Catfish Blues.
It was a song that was had some history before. Its first original recording was 1941 by a guy by the name of Robert Petway.
Okay.
But it had some history before that, but he's the first guy that actually did, put it down on the track. So
Catfish
he records
Blues.
it, and then this other guy comes along, and his name's Muddy Waters. And Muddy Waters kind of retools the song, or he calls it like a Rolling Stone. He just changed one of the little lyrics in it, okay? And so there's these British guys overseas, and they were just getting locked into the blues. Sonny Boy Williamson said, you know, those British guys, they want to play the blues real bad, but these British guys play the blues real bad. He'd gone over there and toured.
Yeah.
So anyway, Muddy Waters records it. He tweaks it a little bit, calls it like a Rolling Stone. These guys over in England pick it up. They come back, visit Chess Records to meet Muddy Waters. He said, my band's called the Rolling Stones. That's where they got the name.
Right.
But it's a simple little song, E minor, and that's it.
E minor.
That's the song.
Come on, we gotta get some of them.
Well, you know I wish it was a catfish. Yeah, and I'll be swimming in that Tennessee river. Yeah, and all these Chattanooga women, I'll be a fishing for me. I'll be a fishing for me. I'll be a fishing for me. Well, you know my mama. Yeah, she told my papa. Yeah, gonna be a boy child coming. Gonna be a son of a gun. Gonna be a rolling stone. Gonna be a rolling stone. Gonna be a rolling stone. Well, you know I will. I went to see my woman. Yeah, you know I sit down on the front porch step. Yeah, she said, come on.
Come on.
She said, come on in here, Robert.
Come on.
She said, my husband just left.
What is that?
She said, my husband just left.
Husband.
She said, my husband just left.
Just now left.
Take it home. Whew. So Catfish Blues
Come on, Robin.
was the birth of the Rolling Stones. How about that? All those years later, one song changed history.
One song. Catfish Blues. The punctuation on that. And the Rolling Stones are still around. Most of them.
Here, 150 years later, the Rolling Stones, they're still playing.
Still playing. Now,
Keith Richards is outliving them all.
Keith Richards is, man. Well, you know, you're talking about Hound Dog, man. I was just, I don't know what key you play that in, man. I think that's a great song. G or E, F? You ain't nothing but a hound.
Yeah, nothing but a hound dog. Yeah, you know you ain't caught a rabbit and you ain't no player. So you're a low class. Yeah, Giving Rain.
All right, on.
Big Mama Thornton.
Big Mama Thornton.
You know, that was one of the first $1 million or million copy records sold when she did it. She did it like, I think maybe in 1953 when she recorded that. It was in 1953.
Okay.
And she sold 1 million copies of that song. Isn't that something?
1953.
1953.
She sold 1 million copies.
Yes.
Goodness gracious. Howdy.
You know, probably 18 cents a piece. Or probably, she made a penny per.
I mean, but 1 million copies. So she didn't. I mean, that was Elvis's.
Then he kind of tweaked it.
Elvis
He made a
put that-
couple of million copies off of it.
Okay, cool. Well, you know what, you understand. The blues, I mean, the music is also big. So artists are realizing that every day, you know, that what you create is special. Robin Baker playing Possum Blues Band. What Robin Baker and playing Possum Blues Band creates is that special. So you should be appreciated monetarily from something that's going to live for eons after you put it on recording.
Who knows? Maybe somebody will pick it up and record it.
No doubt. That's the hope.
Another good example of that history stuff is a song called Statesboro Blues.
All right.
Statesboro Blues was recorded actually in the late 20s by Blind Willie McTee. He recorded that song about Statesboro, Georgia. And so then this other guy comes along in the late 60s, and his name was Taj Mahal. Taj Mahal re-recorded Statesboro Blues, but he had a little different twist on it. He had a guy playing slide guitar on it, and his what was the slide guitar's name? Hope I don't forget his name.
Yeah, man.
He
You
was a
got
good
all
one.
facts.
Slide guitar.
Yeah.
It'll hit me here in a second. So anyway, so he records this song, this album. You might remember his album. Taj Mahal's first album. He's sitting out in front of this big white plantation-looking house playing dobro. But the house wasn't in the South. It was actually in Los Angeles. Is where they took this shot. But anyway, so he had Ry Cooder. I remember. So Ry Cooder is actually playing slide guitar on Statesboro Blues.
Ry Cooder?
Ry Cooder.
Okay.
So fast forward about a year, and there's this guy named Dwayne Allman. Dwayne Allman is trying to get this band going with his brother, and one day he was having a head cold. So his brother Greg goes over, try to, cheer him up, get him through his head cold. He brings him this a copy of Taj Mahal's record, the Statesboro Blues on it. He also brings him some medicine, some Chorus C.
Right.
And it's a cold medicine.
You know, I know
It's in
somebody
a
gonna
brass
appreciate
bottle.
this,
Okay.
baby. Yeah.
So then he left and said, "We'll see you later." So Dwayne's sitting there. He puts this album on, and he hears that slide that Ry Cooder's doing. So he peels the label off his cold medicine and empties the bottle, and he starts playing along with that. And when the Allman Brothers came out, he had already perfected this song, Statesboro Blues, on the slide. It's on the Fillmore East album, okay? And it is, a lot of folks recognize this as this is Dwayne Allman's premier, best slide song that he ever did in Allman Brothers or, history. And, that Statesboro Blues is probably one of the biggest songs ever known for. So it started out in the late 20s with Blind Willie McTee, and goes all the way up to 1971 Fillmore East.
Wow. They had to have it.
Woke up this morning at that Statesboro Blues. Woke up this morning at them Statesboro Blues. Looked over the corner, baby. Grandpa, he seemed to have it too. Yeah, you can have it. You can have it in Chattanooga or down Statesboro. You can turn your lamp down low. Yeah, you got no love. Turn Uncle John from your door. Woke up this morning, had them Statesboro Blues. Statesboro, Georgia. Woke up this morning, had them Statesboro Blues. Looked all the corner. Grandpa, you have juice. Hello, Lito. My mama died and left me. My papa died and left me. Ain't good looking, man, but I'm someone sweet and kind. Down to the country. Baby, don't you wanna go? Yeah, if you can't make it home, Sister Lucille said she wanted to go.
There we go again. Back that ass up. Back it up. Back that ass up. Come on, get up. Hey, I think we just want to sit down. She want to ride back home. You know what I mean? That's how it is.
Lord, I love that woman.
I love that woman.
Better than any woman I've ever seen. Love that woman. Better than any woman I've ever seen. You know, she treats me like a king. Treat her like a doggone queen. So, wake up, mama.
Wake up, mama.
Take down and low.
Turn it.
Wake up, mama.
Wake up, mama.
Turn the lamp down low. You got no love. Turn Uncle John from your door. Woo, God bless. Them blues are something else, aren't they? Ain't nothing but a good man feeling bad, as they say.
I got some healing. That was great tonight. We could stop the tape right now. Just run off of this thing. But we're not going to do that. We're going to listen to the horse. You hear them bulls.
There's some rhythm in that.
That's some rhythm in that. Oh, look at that right there.
Oh, man, is that beautiful or what? Yeah, you got to get a picture of that to go around that one.
Statesboro Blues, man. That was a life-changing song for all the brothers. And I saw Taj Mahal do that. Friends shared that video with me. But now we are on King Street again, getting ready for the Monday Night Blues Jam. That's tomorrow night. We got a lot of jams coming around. How many jams do you? How many times do you play during the week?
Well, I've played. You know, some weeks I guess you feel a little bit more energetic than others.
Right.
But you know, around Chattanooga, you can play pretty much in an open mic situation. 5 out of 7 nights right now. There's something going on. But the great thing about the open mics is anybody and everybody can come out and get up on stage and play with the likes of you. You know, they can get up there and play with a local professional, and just like with your band, with the Blues Strangers, with the Carriages.
How you doing, man? Man, we got the real deal in the house.
Josh Carlisle on drums, guitar, Kelly. These are professional musicians, you know, and they make anybody sound good, even somebody like me. But you can get people a lot of times coming from out of town visiting, you know, and get up on stage. And you know how many folks just in the past couple of years that you've met and struck up relationships with and still stay in contact with that started, you know, at the Blues Jam. So there's a lot of talent through there.
There's a lot of great talent.
But it's also great for anybody that's wanting to start out and kind of get their feet wet and get a little stage presence. Because that's the thing about you guys is that you're so nurturing and accommodating, and help folks kind of get through those nervous jitters and find out maybe I can do this. They just need a little encouragement sometimes to get going.
That's right. We all need encouragement, in the world of, like you said, Scenic City's been very nurturing, and not every city has that vibe to where you can just feel comfortable going in and playing, and it's not like cutting heads, that was the thing. It's not about cutting heads, it's about bringing your music together with everyone else's. That's the Greyhound bus.
Who's better than somebody else, or competition, or ill feelings or bad feelings? Is that camaraderie and sharing something that with music, whether you're listening or playing, it helps to make you feel better. So blues and where the history of where that came from, back in the day, we're talking, the turn of the century, 1900s. There wasn't a lot of Prozac around.
Yeah, there was nothing.
But the blues was good medicine.
There wasn't a lot of YouTube either.
No. Blues was good
But you
medicine.
had them good music.
But we're here in Chattanooga. We got to say something about Bessie Smith.
Got to.
So Bessie Smith was born about 3 blocks from here and grew up on what used to be Ninth Street, of course, which is now MLT Boulevard. She was born like 1895. By the mid to late 20s, Bessie Smith from Chattanooga, Tennessee, was one of the highest paid female entertainers in the country. This woman was pulling down $2,000 a week.
No, this woman was a rock star.
Yeah.
She signed the biggest record deal ever. She was the first rock star was Bessie Smith.
$2,000 a week. I'd like to make $2,000 a week playing music. Wouldn't that be great?
I'd like to make $2,000 a year. Okay? My Venmo is going to be at Rick Russian III. Hey, wait, we got some good stuff coming up in the future for the fall season of this. Carriages and musicians and carriages playing the blues. So that's one of the things we're going to talk about.
So this is going to keep going.
It's going to keep going, hopefully. Chattanooga Horse Trams, we're about to get back on Station Street. You want to play this song real quick?
Yeah. Bessie Smith.
All right, let's go. We're going to get...
Ain't nobody's business.
Ain't nobody's business.
Nothing I can do, nothing I can say. Always gonna be somebody won't criticize me. Well, it ain't nobody's business. No, it ain't nobody's business what I do. With a little bass on there.
Okay, yeah.
If I go to church all day Sunday, go over to Gate 11, clubbing with my baby all night Monday. It ain't nobody's business.
Ain't nobody's
Ain't nobody's business. say, you can have all mine. You know it ain't nobody's business. You know it ain't nobody's business. If I do. If I would have given her my last nickel, yeah, she got to leave me here. Some kind of pickle. No, it ain't nobody's business. Said it ain't nobody's business. If I do. Bessie Smith,
Man.
hometown gal.
Bessie Smith. Me and my gin. Ain't nobody's business. Careless Love. I like Careless Love. That's a good one. I mean, well, Robin Baker, I want to thank you for coming on. I mean, this has been a great night. I've got to hear some great history and some blues that's still relevant.
Rich in history.
Rich in history.
Well, thank you so much for having me. This is great.
We'll see you, of course, November 4th. But before that, maybe we'll see you.
Oh, yeah. Every time you look at it. Along with Rick Russian.
Musicians and Carriages, this is the one and only Robin Baker. We're back here on Station Street where we started. Things get come around full circle. Thanks for checking us out. Thanks for being here. We'll see you next time. Musicians and Carriages playing the blues. Come out to Wanderlinger, man. We'll play some blues Monday night. Come out to Gate 11 on Thursday, or see Robin Baker on November 4th. Open mic, Gate 11 Distillery. Thanks, Robin.
Thank you.